Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are just gonna do a get ready with me. We're gonna do a really nice fall look, and we're gonna go ahead and just get started with moisturizing our lips and our face. So I'm gonna be using the Versali Rose Gold Elixir, few drops of that. And just make sure that you kind of blend it well all over your skin. Make sure that all that product goes into your beautiful face. And then we're going to go ahead and go on with Pretty Filter. This is from Touch and Soul brand. It is a amazing moisturizing lotion for your face. I like to use this in the mornings because it's not really heavy. It actually goes on really well, and as you can tell, it leaves you a really nice shine and really nice glow. So once you've moisturized your skin, you can go ahead and move on to your primer. I am using the Skin Tune Blur from Versali and the Unicorn Essence from Versali. If you guys want to try these products, they are absolutely amazing. Versali is currently selling all four of them in mini sizes for $20, I believe. This is how I got mine. Like I said, they're absolutely amazing. I've actually fallen in love with these products, so definitely recommend for you guys to try them. So just make sure that you are, making sure that everything's completely saturated in your skin. And then I'm going to go ahead and move on to concealer. I'm not going to be using foundation today, just concealer all over my face. We are using the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer, and this is in the shade Fair. This is their lighter shade in this line. So again, just putting that in all of my areas that I would like to highlight: my forehead, under my eyes, tip of my nose, and chin. And then for the remainder of my face, I'm also going in with the HD Lifting Concealer, but the color is going to be in light. And again, this is going to go all over the remainder of my face. Once you've applied the product all over your face, go ahead and move on to blending everything in with either a beauty blender or a brush. I prefer a beauty blender. That's just my preference. If you are a brush person, by all means, more power to you. This is just what I prefer to use. So just going in with my beauty blender, making sure that everything's nice and blended out. So once you've applied all the concealer or foundation, I am moving on to baking my under eye, my chin, nose, and forehead. Again, this is every area that I put that lighter shade, that lighter concealer shade. I'm going in with the Ciate, not sure how you pronounce that. Please correct me in the comments if you know exactly how to pronounce it. But going in with Extraordinary, it's a translucent powder. Again, this is from Ciate. And then I'm going to go ahead and move on to do my eyebrows. I'm going in with the Morphe Microbrow Pencil in the color Latte. And I usually just start at the bottom, outlining my eyebrow, making sure that I go from the inner corner of my eye all the way out to the outer corner. Then I move up to the front. So basically I just outline my eyebrow, give it shape, and then I go ahead and fill in. I usually fill in at the outer corner first and then move into the inner corner, so that the inner corner is just a little lighter than the rest of my eyebrow, giving it that kind of natural look rather than it all being just one solid color. And you're gonna go ahead and do the same to the other side. Some people like to make their eyebrows their first step. To me, I like to put my foundation on all over my face and then do my eyebrows, and then I move on to go ahead and do the concealer to kind of sharpen up my eyebrows, making sure that, you know, everything looks nice and neat. It's up to you if you want to, you know, make that your very first step before you put your foundation on, or make that, you know, your next step after you put your foundation. I mean, there's no right or wrong way. It's just whatever works best for your routine. Next, I'm going in with the Luxie Beauty 245 brush. I like to use this as my concealer brush. It's nice and thin, and it lets me get a really nice, precise line under and over my eyebrows to just, like I said, make sure that everything looks nice and neat and perfect. Okay, now that eyebrows are good to go, we're gonna go ahead and prime our eyes. We are using the Morphe Eyelid Primer. It is a really nice primer. It goes on really nice and smooth, kind of like a lotion, and it dries out for you so that it's not sticky or gooey or kind of funky on your eye. We are using the Luxie Beauty 207 medium angled shading brush to kind of blend that in or kind of spread that all over your eye. And then I'm moving on to using the Beauty Blender to make sure that it's all blended evenly on my eyelid. We're going to go ahead and do the same to both eyes. Once you've applied and blended your primer, you're going to go ahead and move on to your eyeshadows. We are using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette, and we are going to start off with the color Eden. That is going to go all over your upper lid, and you're going to blend that up to your right below your eyebrow, and you are going to do that to both eyes. We are going to move on to using the color Parallel, and that is going to go onto your outer corner of your eye, blending into your crease to create that smoky look. You can go ahead and use a denser shading brush to apply the color, and then move on to using a more fluffy blending brush to kind of blend that out. If you are going to use a blending brush to apply and blend, I recommend that after you apply the shade, make sure that you're cleaning it off on a towel or on a paper towel, or if you have one of those brush cleaners, just go ahead and remove a lot of that color off of the brush after you apply it, just to make sure that you're not ending up with a very dark color, or that your brown or darker color doesn't overpower the lighter one that you have already previously added to. And we have a visitor, guys. This is my husband. My silly husband, who I still with on a daily basis. Yeah. As you guys can tell, I am starting to blend that darker color, the parallel, into my actual inner corner, my outer corner of my actual eyelid. The reason is because once we add the other shades, I want to make sure that I have that darker shade on my outer corner of my eye, so that it can slowly fade to the inner corner. Once you've blended that, we're going to go in with the color Saturn, which is a very nice burnt orange color, and this is just kind of help us make sure that all of that comes together. Once you blend that all in on both eyes, it is going to make it a little bit more bright and vibrant and beautiful. Once you complete blending that in, we are going to move on to using the color Eternal, which is nice shiny color. That is Eternal is the orange color, and then we're going to go in with Pyramid towards the inner corner. So Eternal is going to go on the middle of your lid, kind of overlapping that darker shade that we blended on the outer corner of the eye. And again, you're going to do that to both eyes, and then you're going to go in with the color Pyramid, and you're going to blend it to the inner corner of your eye. I'm going to go in with that same smudge brush that I used to apply the color originally, and I'm going to go back into Parallel, which is the darker shade, and I am going to add that to my bottom lash line, just to again add a little bit of color under the eye. And then I also went in with the color Aiden and kind of blended that out. So now that we're done with the eyes, for the most part, I'm going in with a big fluffy brush to set the rest of my face, using the excess powder left from my baking. And then we're going to go in and do a little contouring. We are going to be using the Morphe bronzer in the color Debutante. And I am going in with a angled brush. Making sure that I tap off any excess powder. I start off on under my cheekbone and then move it up to my forehead, and we just do the same thing to both sides, and then you just blend as needed, using circular motions. Using any remaining product on my brush, I am going to go in and do the same thing to my neckline and jawline, and my nose. We will now move on and do some blush. For the blush, we are going to use the Balm Alternative Rock Blush in Bare Minimum. This is actually a sample that I got through Ipsy. They do have the shade in a larger size, and I believe it's in one of their palettes. I just cannot recall which one it is, but I am using the Farrah Chicky End 218 brush to apply that. Once you've applied, I will move on to highlighter. For the highlighter, we are going to use the Versali Jelly Bean in the color Glazed. Again, this is another Versali product that if you guys have not tried it, I totally recommend it. It's really, really nice. It looks wet. It applies like a powder. It's actually really, really nice. So I'm applying this with the end of a brush, just dotting it on and then dabbing it on my cheekbone or higher cheekbones. Yes, and it is really nice. It's really bright, as you can tell by my facial expressions. I absolutely love it. So just make sure that you are going in and you are blending all over, just to make sure that you get a nice even coat. I'm also going to apply it a little bit to the tip of my nose, give it that nice little highlight that I love. And then I am going to go in with an actual powder highlighter, because you guys know how I love to glow and shine and blind people. We are going to go in with the Ofra Madison Miller palette. It does come with two highlighters. We are going to use the furthest one on the right. I am not sure what color it is because it doesn't have the name on it, but it is a more kind of rose goldy color. And again, just going to apply that to the same area using a highlighting brush, and it's just kind of gonna give me that really, really bright blinding highlight. Now that I've applied the highlighter to my cheekbones, my nose, and my cupid's bow, I do want to go in with a smaller crease brush and put a little bit of that highlight on the inner corner of my eye, just to make sure that my eyes pop a little more, makes you look a little more awake, and also to my under my eyebrow, on the highest point of my arch. And now that most of my makeup is done, for the most part, I do want to go ahead and go in and warm up my wand. I do have the Paul Mitchell wand that has the interchangeable rods. So we're going to go ahead and heat that up. In the meantime, while I do my eyeliner and mascara and kind of the rest of the things that need to be done. So I'm going in with the Betty Boop liquid eyeliner that I kind of showed you guys on that first video I did where I did the unboxing. So I'm just going to go in with that and kind of do a nice winged liner look. Once that's done, I am going to go ahead and curl my lashes a little bit. I do tend to have very straight lashes, so curling them does tend to help me a little bit. For the mascara, I am going to go in with two different mascaras. We are going to use the Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. And we're gonna do one coat of that, and then after that I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Tarte Man-Eater mascara. I absolutely love the brush on the Tarte Man-Eater mascara. It just tends to kind of separate my lashes really nicely. So I do tend to use both mascaras, and that's just usually what I do. I usually always use two mascaras only because one of them will do one great thing for me and then the other one will kind of complement it. So that's my thing. I mean, if that seems kind of weird to you guys, I am sorry, but that is usually what I do and it works for me and I love it and I've always done it. So yeah, that's just, I'm a little weird like that. But anyways, so you apply mascara to top lashes and bottom lashes, and then once we're done with the mascara, then we can go ahead and move on to setting our face. And I usually use two different sprays to set my face. I like to double up. I tend to have very oily skin, so I tend to get really oily, and then it's really easy to kind of, for the makeup to kind of fall off or whatever it transfers. So I use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and then I also use the Urban Decay All Nighter Oil Control Spray. For the lips, we're going to go in with the Morphe Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the color Leo. This is my to-go-to color. It's very neutral, but not too light, not too dark, something that I really love to use. And I'm just going to apply that all over my lip. Again, we moisturized before we did the makeup, so my lips should be fully moisturized before I even put this on. Hair done. I did kind of curl it with the wand, and I did alternating directions. If you guys want to see a tutorial on how to kind of curl your hair to kind of give it more of a texturized look, please put that in the comments, and I would be more than happy to make a video of me curling my hair so you guys can see how to do it. I am also going to go in and put a little bit of lip gloss on to kind of give me that more kind of that bright shiny lip. I am going in with Star Crown, same thing in the Morphe Jeffree Star lip gloss. And then I'm also going to go in with the color Slurp. This is more of a shiny, kind of glittery lip gloss. But once that's done, that's pretty much it, guys. I really want to appreciate and thank you guys for watching, and I love y'all. And comment, subscribe, and like my video. Thank you guys. Love you.